The only time I will ever fish with a slack line is if I'm fishing very, very close in and I'm 100% certain that the contours are flat between the bank and where the hook bait is. Other than that, to me it's a waste of time. Having slack lines off the rod tips and limp lines off the rod tip might look very carpy, might give you confidence, but in actual fact, if you've got any contours between you and the hook bait, any weed beds between you and the hook bait, any undertow, a decent wind on, you're not actually fishing a slack line anyway. Having said all that, I am absolutely obsessive about the area around about the hook bait being pinned down. So generally speaking, I will fish semi-tight, i.e. I'll just let the line find its own tension, and then I'll just tighten up enough to clip a very, very light bobbin to the top. The area around the hook bait is the bit that bothers me. And although there's no products around that will turn a no-hoper into the best angler in the world, there are a handful of products that will give you a very, very big edge. And one of those products for me is freefall tubing from Rigmarole. Now the freefall tubing was a product that introduced me to the Rigmarole brand in probably about 2005. In those days it was plastic coated and it had a polished stainless steel inner, which made it incredibly heavy and really pinned the last yard or so down. The tubing's now been improved even further now. It's got the same stainless steel polished inner with a braided outer. In fact, I think I'm right in saying it's the only braided anti-tangle tubing on the market. The combination of those two products mean that it's as heavy as any tubing around. It's got a little bit of shrink tube on either end, which allows you to fit it snugly into any lead sleeves or hook link sleeves. It's very, very easy to thread due to the polished stainless steel inner, and it is unbelievably heavy. Don't take my word for it. I've used it, as I say, since about 2005-2006, and 99% of the rigs that I've put in position since that date have all included the freefall tubing. Originally the plastic coated one, now the one with the braided outer, which is even more bulletproof, even easier to thread and longer lasting. As I said, don't take my word for it. Nip along to your local Rigmarole stockist, buy yourself a packet, drop it in the edge, and I guarantee you'll never use another tubing. Be lucky.